Happy Mother's Day, girls. Happy Mother's Day, Karen. Happy Mother's Day, Katie. You tiny little mothers. At this point, anytime I hear even kind of loud buzzing, I'm like nervous that the bees are swarming. They're not. They are really active today. It's a beautiful day, so that's not surprising. So we found something here in the rose bush. There's a little bird's nest. It's a mockingbird. I saw her going up there earlier this morning. Happy Mother's Day, bird.
Back there?
You want to go back there? Daddy was going to check out the bees. I was just kind of walking around. I haven't looked around today.
And how does that gate stop the wind from the bees?
How does that gate stop the wind from the bees? It's called a windbreak. It's not really a gate, it's a fence. No, the bees go right in front of that fence and the wind can't blow them because the wind can't blow through the fence.
So wouldn't it have a wall?
Yeah, it's like a wall. It's so bright out here. So yesterday we were intending on putting the plastic up on the high tunnel, but our well pump, something happened.
On well pumps.
Basically, here's the bottom line from my perspective. The plastic's not on the greenhouse because something happened. Now here's what actually happened.
On well pumps, there's a pressure switch. It's got a low and a high. So like ours is a 30 to 50 pressure switch. What that means is that when the pressure in the system or in the tank gets below 30, it indicates to the pump to turn on to fill the tank back up. When it gets to 50, it shuts off. So it's a 30-50. It stopped working, and so what would happen is that we would go to water the ducks, and then it would turn on when it needed to, but then it would never shut off, so the pump was just running. Okay, what will happen is that it'll burn your pump up. Big problem. Wasn't willing to burn up the pump, so we kept having to shut off the power to the pump and reset it, and it just got really annoying. So we decided to go ahead and replace the switch, and that took up about 2/3 of the day, which means it was too late to get started on the greenhouse plastic.
So, in short, there's not plastic on the greenhouse. Okay. But I think there will be maybe tomorrow. You said definitely plastic tomorrow. That's exciting.
Depends on how good we are at installing plastic. We'll see how far we get.
Hey, little monkey man. Is that fun? Oh, are you playing dead? How do you feel about this?
I think this is like an exclamation point to our farm.
Yeah?
Like when you drive by, like it just was like, bam, we grow food.
I think people always say, put that on a shirt. I think I need that on a shirt. Bam, we grow food. I wonder how many vlogs I'm gonna say that I need to mulch this garden in before I actually do it. I'll go ahead and throw that on the vlog for today. I need to mulch this garden.
Hey, you need to mulch this garden.
Oh, they're gonna have fruit on it and still not be mulched. No, it will. I'm gonna mulch it. I believe in myself, I'll mulch it. Did you find a bit of chain to play with? Are you a country boy? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey ladies.
Funny of that.
Hey Clementine, happy Mother's Day. Hey Doris, you're not a mother yet, but you will be someday. You're a boy, you're not a mother. A little big stretch. These ladies are gonna have their new house soon. We have the other ducks coming up, and we're gonna move them out into the woods on their new house, so they'll have the creek to splash around in. Happy Mother's Day, ducks. They've been mothers indirectly. I've hatched some of their eggs out before, so. Oh, look at this stampede. Hey ladies. Hey, look at these girls. Squad goals, right? Hey Nestle. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Miriam. Even though you've rejected every kid you've ever had. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Mayhem, my nanny goat. You're such a good mama. I don't usually have to actually deal with weeds and grass in my yards because I put my goats in, but I can't put my goats in here because they'll eat all the garden. So I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to do something about that. I'm so pleased with these gardens.
I've never felt more confident in our ability to grow food than right now.
Yeah, the exclamation and everything. You're like feeling it right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at those blooms on those potato plants.
Yeah. It is kind of funny, like I was talking the other day on the vlog about having your 5-year plan and how really this is like beyond the fulfillment of our 5-year plan. I don't think we ever at first envisioned all of this.
This is like an infinitely more thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, heck, if you had asked me to add 3 garden spaces just last year, I would have been like, no. No
I know.
more garden spaces.
This year you were like, hey, we could put an extra little space in there for those sweet potatoes.
I know, I've said I was wrong. I am losing honor where honor is
Is
due.
this my Mother's Day gift right now?
Enjoy it, baby.
Hey, I could get down with you wanting to add more gardening spaces all the time.
Hey, since we're about to leave, I'm going to take them inside, let them bed down in the air conditioning.
Yep.
And I'm going to bring the goats through to
do
their yard work.
Good idea. Call the lawn service.
We could call it goatee lawn service.
The goatee.
Like have like a guy with like a goatee, but then like he shows up and like brings a bunch of goats.
The goatee lawn service. We've been noticing the last few days that we were getting less eggs. There was a while there we were getting between like 12 and 20 a day. And the last few days we were getting like 6 or 7. And we're like, what is going on? Maya came out last night and there was a massive snake in the hen house eating eggs. It wasn't a venomous snake. I get asked about snakes a lot, being a southern homesteader, especially people that are not from the South will have a lot of concern about that. We've been here for a little over 6 years, and in the time that we've been here, we've only come across just a few venomous snakes, which is a few more than most people really want to deal with. One of the ones that we came across was already dead. It had gotten mashed between some 10. And we do have a lot of snakes that are not venomous. Like we get garden snakes and king snakes and stuff like that. And typically like we coexist completely peaceably. However, we start having an issue when they start eating eggs, or they'll eat baby chicks. So you have to, what we've typically done is just moved them. A lot of times they'll end up making their way back to the coop, and then you have to deal with them because, I mean, you have to protect your animals. But for the most part, like if I see them in the garden, I just leave them there, and I'm like, oh hey, always name them after Old Testament kings, because I would get little king snakes in the garden. So last year we had Uzziah, and every time I would say, we'd be like, what's up, Uzzy? How's it going? They scare me a little bit, like when I'm not expecting them and I see them, like they'll give me a start, just because it's something that, you know, like you just spend, you do have to be cautious. Like I don't let my kids play out in the woods without rubber boots on and stuff like that. You know, teach them to be aware of where they're reaching, what they're reaching into. Like you don't just stick your hand into a hole or like a brushy area. It's definitely something that if you grow up in the South, you just grow up with the awareness of. But typically speaking, if you're aware, you're fine, because you know, very rarely is a snake gonna just come at you without making its presence known first. Like usually you'll see it and have the opportunity to get away from it. But yeah, so it's not something that like we're scared of or anything like that. A lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that there are venomous snakes around. Like how could you possibly choose to live around them? And you really just, it's just, I don't know, it's just part of living here. Aren't my factory hens looking so much better? So much better. Look at her, she wants to get back in. Did you make a bad choice coming out of the fence? Come on. Every time I come in here with sandals on, I just feel so afraid. Shoo, shoo, shoo. There's nothing in this bucket. Shoo. Oh, broody hen, happy Mother's Day. I don't want to take your eggs from you, but I need them. 4? How many were there this morning? 12? Ah, so it really was the snake eating the eggs. The unfortunate thing, sometimes whenever you have something that scares the hens, like a snake or a predator, they'll stop laying for a while. Thankfully, that wasn't the case this time. They're still laying, and that's good. So we got 16 eggs today, so that's back to...
That's higher than what we've been getting, so...
Alright, you're gonna call in the lawn service?
Alright.
Maya actually put another gate in so we could easily let all the big goats in here without having to lead them around front. I think with the broody hen, what we've decided to do is finish out. We have like these little broody apartments that we never finished building, and I think he's gonna go ahead this week and finish out one of those where we can put her in there safely and give her a couple of eggs to raise. It's basically, we like made a little section off the side of the coop where we can isolate a hen or chicks that we're trying to introduce to the flock, because it's got like a wire side so the flock can see them but not get to them. And I think that's what we're gonna do with her, but right now she's just in the nest boxes. I feel like if we were to put her anywhere else on eggs, if it's not secure, then she might leave them, and we don't want her to be in a vulnerable position where she's not safe from predators. So we just left her where she is for right now. But I think we are gonna let her just hatch out like 2 eggs or something. We don't need any more chicks, but I really like encouraging broody hens to be broody. The little goats are in, but the big girls don't realize yet that he opened the gate.
Are you gonna go to the new greenhouse?
Yeah, you wanna go back there with me? You look ready.
For what?
I don't know. It's the next day. We got caught up in our Mother's Day festivities yesterday, and Ezra's birthday was yesterday. We had a really, really good day, but obviously I didn't finish shooting my video. Take a quick look at this, and then I'm gonna say goodbye to you for this day so I can get this video up, because our internet takes a long time to upload, and I will show you the rest of this tomorrow. Lead the way, little.
Are you gonna go inside?
Dude. Check it out. Look what's happening today. Look at this. We're giving plastic. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in finishing this? Like in your capacity to do
I don't
this?
think she was asking.
Jackson said he's at a 7.
Ben, what are you at?
What are you feeling?
10?
10, yeah.
I'm feeling 10.
You're feeling 10?
Shoot, this is Reach and Refuge. We're always at 10.
Oh, so humble too.
It's not gonna be like.
Shoot, you need us to defuse a nuclear bomb? 10.
Oh Lord. Guess what I'm doing this evening once this plastic is up? I'm gonna fill this bed with my peppers. It's time. One, from here on out, our nighttime temperatures are all above 60 degrees. Of course that could change, but that's the 10-day forecast, and so I feel like it's pretty likely that it'll stay warm, but I have the high tunnel, so we can always close it up if it's gonna get cool. So as soon as this plastic is up, I'm planting all my peppers. I think I may grow all the peppers in the high tunnel. I don't really know. Maybe give me some feedback. What do you think? Should I grow all the peppers in the high tunnel? Because I think I could fit all the peppers I'm growing in a 60-foot bed, and I could just make that a pepper bed. And I'm gonna have another 60-foot bed over there. What do you think? This video will be up this afternoon, and I was gonna plant them this evening, so let me know. What do you think? Should they all go in the high tunnel, or should I plant some out in the raised bed garden? What was it Maya said? Bam, we grow food. That's what I feel like looking at this. I just saw Benjamin go in over here. I wonder what he is doing. Hey Benny, what are you doing, bud?
I'm getting eggs.
You're getting eggs? Okay, cool. Do you need a bucket or something? Huh?
One's cracked.
One's cracked? Uh-oh. Just bring it out here. We can use it in the garden.
Well, there's more.
Okay. Do you need a bucket?
Yeah.
Come here. Here.
Every time when we go in the chicken coop, we go to see the eggs, she's in there.
That hen, she's annoying. She's broody, baby. Here, come take the bucket. Okay.
I can't get that hen out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get her.
She's annoying.
She's annoying.
So if we just drop it in there, the plant's gonna be eating it.
Yeah, the plants will eat it.
Yeah,
You're a brave boy.
that is.
She's also a nice broody hen. This morning, I was up in the kitchen just cleaning up, and I looked out the window and Jackson was working with Maya, and of course the boys were out here playing, and I looked out, Malia was sitting in the garden, and I was just like, oh, my heart. I love having all my babies here. Well, I'm going to wrap this up so that I can get this video up for you today, and you can look forward to tomorrow seeing the plastic going over the greenhouse and seeing it finished. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I bless you. Until next time.